Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GBYWN Australia podcast here with part 3 of my interview with Big Red Ryan Tate. We've covered ICWS, we've covered WZWA, but now we're getting with the Q&A from the boys. Most of the time these questions are coming from guys in the WZWA and ICWS, so shall we just hop to it, Ryan?
We shall.
Alright. First question, Still Kemsley.
Oh, great. Here we go.
What's your favourite thing about helping with booking? Good question.
That is a good question, still.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Nice job, mate. Favorite thing about booking is probably creating storylines. Probably create what kind of story can we do with, say for example, yourself, Steel, and DK Joker. Say we need to give you guys a feud, and we have no idea why you were feuding. Like, we need to make a reason why you're feuding. If you're gonna have like a certain amount of matches leading up to something, or you're gonna interfere in matches and then build up to something huge, like things like that. Like, storylines are great. Like, you can, because there's so many different ideas you can involve. You can make it like with my one, you make it like a love triangle. You can make something out of jealousy, a tag team breakup, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw in all these different elements.
Yeah,
it makes it so much fun.
There's endless possibilities.
And then when you watch it actually take place in front of you, you're like, wow, that's awesome. Like, what we sat there together and thought up. You know?
And when, like...
Because you guys, I mean, you've got a heavy hand in what you're doing with Blade and Lily and Esquilito and Dan Zeppelin right now, so...
it's especially good when you do this, when we playing out the story, and then when we watch the guys just perform it, and they perform it better than we expected. Like, it's just like, you just like...
That's the payoff.
Frothing at the mouth. Like,
that's the
so
payoff
amazing.
right there, yeah. And Still with his second question.
Oh, Steel's on fire.
Yeah, what matches do you like to wrestle better? Tag matches or singles matches?
Like, tag matches have their moments because you have points where you can like get a breather.
Yeah.
At some points. That's a tough one because with singles matches, you can do a lot. You can do a lot more, and you do more things that you want to do. Then, like, in tag matches, you're kind of like limited because you have four guys who have to get in like a limited amount of shit to do. So I'd probably say singles matches, seeing as I've done more of those.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
But you still love the tag.
Still love the tag matches, but singles matches would probably be more over than tag matches.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And Steele with his last question. I don't know if he's got more, but
this is
his last one on this post here. If you could only wrestle 2 more matches with one face or one heel, so one each, who would it be? So let's say WZWA's ending. We get 2 shows left, but you have to pick a heel and then you have to pick a babyface.
Are you face at this point, Aston, or not? Are you face or heel right now?
I'm face.
Probably Aston, because I've never faced him before. I think it'd be a great match. And for a heel... who's the heels at the moment? I don't know. Probably maybe DK Joker. I haven't faced him like one-on-one before. Hell, no, actually. No, sorry, Deacon. Antilochus. Because he's doing so fucking great with his heel work right now. And I just love to have like one last match.
Right.
Antilochus, if it came to it.
Okay.
Sorry, Deacon.
Okay. Rex Regan. How did you get involved with ICWS?
I think I cleared this in the first podcast through Lily, because she knew Dan Zeppelin. He was filming for Schwa at the time, and he had ICWS in his backyard. So when I started dating Lily, she introduced me to Dan. We went to a Schwa show. He said, "Oh, dude, come along. We've got a backyard fed." So got to ICWS and then had a match on the show.
I'm guessing Chris didn't listen to part 1.
Yeah, mate. Listen, have a listen. It's good listen.
How do you think? Oh, this is Rex Regan again. How do you think our feud evolved you as a character?
Pretty sure I've covered this as well. God damn it.
Like, specifically, like, how do you think it really evolved your character? Maybe it showed a different side of Ryan Tate.
Yeah, I think I showed more like from an emotional standpoint, I think I was able to. Yeah, emotional standpoint, I think I was able to show like that better character-wise. Like, it would just like be like, oh, this aggressive guy. It would be like, oh, this like he has to be like this role model and respectful and all that kind of thing. And that transitioned into the heel work as well, like just being like being on top of everything.
Yeah. Okay. And he's also asked, when will Esquilito take Lila out for a date?
You'd have to.
Well, we still got to record that.
Still got to record it, man.
We've got to get it done.
Like, just stay tuned to YouTube. Yeah,
we'll have to find a day.
Yeah.
To get it recorded.
It's it has to happen soon though, because it has to tie into the story. But it will happen, and hopefully I can even infiltrate that date. Maybe, you never know.
Actually, would you be able to bring your camera?
When?
Whenever we do it.
Yeah, bring mine.
We'll use your camera,
Yeah.
Maybe you can edit it together.
Yeah, of course I can.
Trying to get Luke up here might be a bit hard.
Yeah, we can do it any day.
Okay, Rex also asks, how sick was it getting laid out by Diffuser? You kind of covered that.
It was awesome, because, believe it or not, when I got taken out by Diffuser, when he did the choke slam, I didn't like do the whole thing where you know how to wrap the arm over.
Yeah.
Like he just like threw me straight up, and when I came down, the only thing that hit was like the top part of my shoulders and my head. That's everything else, lower back, everything just bang straight on the floor.
Oh, really?
I was laying there for a bit, had to get helped up.
Oh, shit.
I was like, I was like kind of winded. So.
Still a cool moment.
Yeah, it was such a great moment. So yeah, it felt sick, dude.
And he's also asked, how have your injuries held up over time? So I guess he's referring to the shoulder.
The shoulder, just recently, now and again, it just gets sore. Usually when I do a shot, if you've noticed, like back in some of the recaps, I used to wear a shoulder support, and when it comes to shows where if my shoulder's bugging me, like the day in the morning of the show, I usually take my shoulder support and put it on for the show. I've only done it a couple of times, so. But as of now, it's okay.
Righto. Barrett's come in with a question, or Mike Delcano.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb question. Why didn't you catch Rusty?
I did catch Rusty.
And then
I caught him with my entire body.
And then Chris chimed in and said he did.
That's how I got fucking injured,
That's
you
how
dickhead.
I got injured, you fucking dumb Jew.
Fuck.
You were
I
Jewish.
did catch him.
You were Jewish.
I was the only one who caught him. Because he missed everyone else.
Alright, so we've got a range of questions here from Dark Ice. When you order coffee, do you order short or tall?
Trick question. I hate coffee. I don't like it.
Okay.
It smells disgusting.
Next question.
Tastes disgusting too.
Next question for Dark Ice. If your name is Big Red, where's my tomato sauce?
At the shop. Go get it. Next question.
Dark Ice again. Every time you finish a match, what thought generally runs through your head?
Water? Because I'm just puffed out. And just, but actually, sometimes, usually, after I finish that match, I'm literally, I'm already thinking about the next match I'm gonna have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm thinking about, fuck yeah, that was sick. Can't wait to go into this next thing with the story.
Okay. Next question he asks is your first and your current impressions of Dark Ice.
Alright. First impressions of Dark Ice, he literally scared the fuck out of me. Just the intimidation factor. Like, just big dude, mullet, beard, like, just looks scary as shit. Watched him wrestle. Like, hell, he even got in my face at that day, because he versed Mike Delcano in a SPWS rules match at Cold Day, and hell, he got in my face like, you want some of this? Like, you had a chair and just, like, threatened me, like, oh, Jesus. Like, I was like, fucking hell, this guy's scary. And then he, like, but that was then, but now he's just, like, big teddy bear, and, like, get to hang out with him more. Hang out with him more than I do with my friends at school. It's, like, slowly turned into a new best mate, so.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you heard me. You heard me, yeah.
You live around the corner from me. You can come around any time you want.
Yeah. I said slowly, very slowly.
All right. Well, I'm still expecting to be. You're
Yeah.
the best man at my wedding. I
Yeah.
expect to be the best man at your wedding.
Yeah, but yeah, talk to my brother about that though.
Oh shit.
Seeing as I was the best man at his wedding like a week ago.
Yeah. Well,
And
I'm
I
sure,
killed it.
Yeah,
I killed it.
And I'm sure he's going to make you cut your hair for your own wedding.
Fuck off. No. Not like
Okay.
inside jokes.
Second last question from Dark Ice. He may have popped in more. I don't know. Haven't seen later down. But
Sick.
he asked, "Did you ever think that wrestling would ever become what it is in your life now?"
No, I did not. I didn't even, because I've been watching wrestling and like I'd always like in the back of my head I always thought it'd be really cool if I ever got to do this, and then like boom, like freaking blessing meeting Lily and finding out that she was a wrestling fan and then getting into it, and now I'm just doing this now. Like, how am I even doing the whole referee stint? Like, I've got my foot in the door for if I ever wanted to go into pro wrestling as well. Like, and then like doing like the whole, like even with the tag thing with Blade being not only tag team champion but GBYWN tag team champion. That's just representing like a global, like a global thing, like global governing like faction of
Yeah.
backyard wrestling. It's just crazy. I could never would have expected it to be like such a big part of my life.
And his last question is, how would you see your life today if wrestling was never a thing?
Fucking boring. I probably, well, if wrestling wasn't a thing, then I wouldn't be with my girlfriend now because she's the one who brought me into it. So it's just weird because I think about that and I think about wrestling. It's like about like Lily and like wrestling bringing like those things. Like
You would be
I
dead.
don't know. I don't
You
know.
would be dead.
I'd probably be dead. I don't know where I'd be because
You'd be in the gutter somewhere dead.
yeah, probably.
Okay, Mykonos has
Yeah.
decided to pop in with his question. Who were your favourites to watch in yarding before joining up with ICWS? Had you seen any footage beforehand?
I think I saw about one show, which was Winter Warfare. Clint Marshall stood out because he was champion at the time, like, and tombstoning Dan Zeppelin onto a chair was pretty crazy. Probably yourself, Aston Crude, because surprisingly enough, I was a bit of a mark for you when you were in Schwa.
Oh yeah.
And then when I saw you when you left, and then saw you that you're in ICWS, I was like, oh, pro guy, cool. I think maybe don't know. I think maybe Ice and Free Dog because they're just two big dudes just like destroying each other.
Yeah.
No, those are the only ones that can come to mind. I think maybe Dan Zeppelin for taking all that fucking hectic hardcore shit.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Blade Shaw. He's got 5 questions.
Here we go.
So he's got a range of questions.
Come at me, Blade.
Number 1. Name one person who you haven't wrestled before in WZWA/ICWS that you would like to, and why.
Okay. I tried saying this before. WZWA, probably DK Joker. Because we talk all the time, we watch the same style of wrestling. We could probably put on such a good match with all these, like, and incorporate all these things. So I'd really want to face Deacon just like a one-on-one for the first time in just a singles match, so... because I think we could really put on like a good match and tell a good story. ICWS, who haven't I faced in ICWS?
You pretty much faced everyone.
Pretty much
that's
faced
there.
everybody. Who didn't I face? ICWS. Oh, you. I haven't faced Aston Crew.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I have not faced Aston Crew.
We still haven't had a bloody match.
Yep. Never. Like the entire time we've known each other.
We
Never.
will eventually. We'll get to it at some
Like
point.
ICWS would be cool because it'd be like the whole face versus face thing would be pretty
Yeah.
sweet. And just have a competitive like match.
And I'm sure that will be lined up at some time. So DJ, if you're listening,
DJ, hint, mate.
I'm sure that me and Ryan would love the opportunity to go at it for.
We'd fucking kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2. This is kind of a 3-part question.
Okay.
We've kind of covered it, but
Oh,
maybe
really?
you want to go into a bit more detail.
I'll try.
What do you think about the origin, evolution, and demise of the Elite Alliance?
The origin I thought was Like how, like we mean like how it all started, like how it originally started, or
Yeah.
I think it worked well. Like, why wouldn't the guy in charge want to align himself with the future, and then just build on that, just build and build, bring in more people, bring in like a legend in backyard wrestling like Dan Zeppelin, bring in another up and comer with myself, bring in like XCW legend Blade Shaw, bring in like a freaking kick-ass manager Lila, like bring in backyard jailbait, bring in like Excellence of Extreme, bring in a freaking black guy, like.
I mean, the fact we put in a black guy, that just legitimized everything.
Yeah, legitimized it. Like, we were just like the ultimate gang, like, and it won't ever
be replicated.
It won't ever be replicated. Like, it was like one of my favorite points was like the very peak was when we had that segment where we were all standing in the ring with the titles, and just had did that promo and all that stuff. And the demise, it could have ended any better. It was like, who else could have come out and just annihilated everyone but Diffuser? Couldn't have picked anyone better. And the fact that he agreed and came and did it was just mind blowing.
Yeah,
because everyone there, because in Dark Ice is in a documentary, and he mentioned this, that everyone was like, his words, set free that night because of Elite Alliance getting destroyed.
Yeah. Well, it was. It was a great ending.
Great ending.
And
great story with the Elite Alliance. Well, kind of sad it's over, but then again, kind of happy it's over.
Yeah, now you get to do something a bit different. Yeah. Blades also asked, what has been the highlight of your career so far?
Fuck. Probably being a part of the booking committee. Being able to like bring forth these ideas and stories and just bounce ideas off of yourself, Blade, Aston, Monet, and then we can turn that into like a show or a feud with someone, and then being able to watch it and see people perform it and just think like, I helped do that, and it's awesome. I'm loving it, and they're killing it. I'm so happy. Yeah, it's probably
okay.
Yeah, very happy with it.
Question number 4. What would Big Red like to accomplish in the backyard FOT? I think he means 4. The second half of 2015. What do you want to accomplish before we get to the resolution 4?
Pretty much with this whole Blade Shaw and Lila feud thing going on, I want to bring out the very best out of that feud, especially with Blade. Hell, especially with Lila. Bring out everything. Just make it into it's already at like a small scale now, but I just want to blow it out of proportion. We'll make it like a great feud. Hell, if I get another title run, that'd be good. Probably for a title I'd never won before. I don't even know if that's going to be happening. Just depends on how we book it. That's pretty much it for 2000. Just for like the second half of this year.
And just
have more face people I've never faced before. Have more competitive matches and stuff.
Yeah. And just adding into that whole thing about bringing the best out of people. That's why I wanted you to work with Dan Zeppelin a bit, because I know he's not as confident in his abilities anymore as he used to be. That's why I thought putting you guys together would be good for him. So are you kind of disappointed that coming up this weekend that mixed tag team match won't be happening?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it, but then again, I was kind of expecting what was going to happen with Alice not being that keen on the match. So because I messaged Dan and said, "Man, like, hate to sound like a douche, but is she going to be keen for the match?" And he's like, "Nah, she didn't sound too keen, man." And then Dan's going on about his knees all sore and he doesn't look like he can do the match. But then again, health does come first. So, but we got a good backup plan lined up with reuniting of me and Blade as a tag team to face off against 1990 Awesome. So,
Which should be a good match.
Yeah, it should be a good match.
And that ties.
Kind of happy to be teamed with Blade again, even though we have to incorporate the whole story of, like, I fucking hate him at the moment. So.
And it does tie in a little bit with
the
previous
surprisingly,
shows.
like, scary enough, it does tie in with
and
what
none
just
of those
happened.
matches were even really supposed to happen. They just ended up happening. So, I think if that tag match takes place, it'll be awesome. But if Dan's keen to wrestle, if we can at least do a handicap match.
Yeah, it just depends on what can happen, really.
If we can at least do a handicap match, then that would be cool.
But Dan, just if your knees sore, health comes first, man. Get it checked out. Hopefully it gets better sometime in the future.
Okay, let's have a look here. Sorry, just got to scroll back up. And selfishly, Blade asks, what was it like teaming with badass Blade Shaw during the EA run? Well, we kind of...
It was fucking sick, dude. It was fucking awesome. Like,
we kind of got on to
who
that,
else than Blade Shaw, you know? Like,
but,
yeah, I won't cover it, man.
did you kind of... Because he was an XCW tag team champion. Could you tell that he'd had experience as a tag team wrestler?
Surprisingly, no. Like, because I didn't know until...
Well, when he was tag team champion, it was like 2003.
Yeah.
So we're going back fucking...
Yeah, well, I
years.
couldn't tell. Like, yeah, I couldn't tell.
Because you're both going into this really fresh, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
been a long time.
I mean, after, like, the first tag match that we had, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. Like, this is going to be awesome. Then we did the whole... Then working the other tag matches. It just like, this, as I said before, in the other part, the styles just meshed so well. Like, just...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, fucking, like... Blade being big dude, Ryan being little dude. It just worked together so well, like especially for a heel team as well. Okay. It's like Chris Jericho and Big Show when they were tag champions. Like, it was cool little dynamic that made it interesting.
Okay, Ice has now chimed in 3 minutes ago.
Oh really?
Yeah. Had you thought of a wrestling name for yourself before asking the guys in the thread in ICWS back in the day?
For some reason, I was thinking I was going to try and incorporate my middle name, which was after my granddad, who I never actually got to meet because he passed away. Like Gavin something, but then I've heard about the guy in EPW, like Gavin McGavin, so I'm like, yeah, nah.
Okay.
But then I asked the guys at ICW, Ice and Chaos, Ryan Tate. Easy.
Alright. Ice also asks, do you regret anything in your backyard wrestling career?
Do I regret anything? Give me a second, I'll have a think. Not really. Probably maybe the idea for the kendo stick death match. I don't know.
You're not happy with it?
Like I thought we could have incorporated it better. But,
like even regretting things that didn't actually end up getting to happen that you would have liked to have happen.
Oh,
Like let's add that element in there just to make it easier for you. Like, you know, do you regret maybe not getting that chance to have that dog collar match?
yeah, like
something like that.
Like having that dog collar match with Alex, Kai Fusion not being able to be in that tag team championship match with the elimination concept in there. That would have been awesome because we had so many cool little ideas. Being able to face Free Dog, because I had a great idea because it was supposed to incorporate when I said earlier in the actual show that I was going to decimate Free Dog, but it was going to be like a role reversal
once the actual match happened.
Once the actual match happened, and the ending I thought was with the idea of the ending I had was going to just blow people.
Oh, what was that?
He was going to win by submission.
Ah,
yeah, it was going to be such a surprise because when does Free Dog
He's never won by submission.
He's never won by submission, and what better way than to decimate, just do the exact opposite of what I said I was going to do to him, and he decimates me. He makes me tap the fuck out like a little bitch.
Okay.
Which would have been cool.
Next question from Ice is there anything in ICWS or WZWA that was originally planned but changed at the last minute that you wish... Okay, well,
I basically just said that.
I didn't even read it, but okay, amazing. All right, Alex Stone. Finally got a couple of questions from Alex Stone. Do you like being a part of the booking team? Does it ruin the suspense, or do you like being in the know of what's going on?
Love being in the know of what's going on because I work at it goes for where I work as well. Because I work at the cinemas, so I'd walk into a cinema and see like the end of a movie. I'd be like, "Fuck, it's spoiled for me," but I don't care. It looked awesome. I'm gonna go see it anyway.
Yeah,
it doesn't spoil things for me. Like even when I do have things spoiled for me, it makes me like more intrigued, more involved. I want to see this thing how it plays out.
Yeah,
and then when I see it, I'm just like, "Fuck yeah."
All right. Alex also asks, you make heaps of promos. Oh no, you make a heap of promos. Do you think it's important to do so?
Well, yeah, if you want to get the character across, then you need to do enough promos so like people like understand like, okay, this is his character. Like he wants to accomplish this. Like he like say after a show, he's like he didn't accomplish this, but he's got another goal and he wants to do that, and he wants to do that. Oh, no, he has these problems. Like at one point in 2014, I was doing a promo at home for every show, and when I was on those shows, I was saying at least something.
Yeah.
When I was doing it, so I was getting that point across that when Ryan Tate was speaking at shows, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, this little dickhead. What the fuck does he want now?
What does he have to say this time?
Yeah, what does he want? Like, what is it this time?
And I think that's really important.
It's good because with my heel character, I wanted to get people annoyed, just like the whole thing with Elite Alliance. Because at that point, people were getting so sick of EA.
And this is something that I think a lot of you guys, if you're listening right now, this is something you should really take on board. I mean, sure, maybe I should tell you to do it, but maybe just use some initiative and cut a promo for every single show so everyone knows what's going on with you, what your ambitions are for the following show. Pump up, your match, get people pumped for it. And, just like last year, Ryan had a promo for every single match he had. So you knew where his thought process was coming into every single thing. Sure, he hasn't done that recently, just doing promos at home, but he's had a couple of promos, but during the shows he's been always saying something and really getting his character across and his character's intentions across and how he's feeling constantly.
Because the more you do that, it works wonders for your character.
And people get invested because you're portraying something that would happen in real life. Like there has been delusional men in real life that have thought their girlfriend's cheating on them. Yeah. And you're portraying that completely, 100% to the T.
Yeah, like even if you need to say something about your match and you can't do it at home, when you come to a show, say grab the mic, say a little something before your match starts if you have to, just to get something across.
Yeah. Okay. Mykonos. Do you think Tate will ever beat Mykonos again?
Yes, because I'll book it. Probably.
Well, there will be another one.
There'll be another one shortly.
Well, one day.
Yeah, it doesn't really mind to me because I never, because I didn't really bother me how many times Mitch beat me. I was always happy to put him over. I'm always happy to put anyone over, really. If anyone has a bitch about putting Esquelito over, fuck off.
And you put EQG over.
I put EQG over as well.
Okay, well, Alex also chimes in for a question, kind of bit for me.
Oh, okay.
Alex, I'm not actually going to respond to you on the thread, so if you want to know this answer, then you must have listened to this whole podcast.
Yeah.
He asked, when are we doing my podcast? So, Alex, if you're free anytime soon, you don't live that far from me. I'm free Friday night. I know Thursday night you do your thing up at Amplifier Bar. But if you're free Friday night, I could do it Friday. If not, we can do it Sunday. Whenever you like, bro, we'll do but, be prepared to be in it for the long haul because, you've had a long career just like Ice and, a Mike Del Cano, and there's a lot to cover. And, Ice's, part 2 and part 3 were both an hour and a half long, and part 1 was an hour long. So be prepared for 4 or 5 hours of talking about wrestling. That's all I've got to say. Dark Ice has chimed in, and these will be the final questions before we get to word association.
Oh man,
yeah,
word association. Oh, that's going good.
We're only half an hour into it now, so
oh really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not doing
nice.
too bad. Can Ryan Tate become WZWA heavyweight champion?
If you believe hard enough, then maybe.
Believe or believe?
Believe. Brown leave. I don't know.
Somehow Monet got owned then. Brown leave.
Yeah, fuck off. Fucking Monet, nah.
Brown leave.
Yeah, Brown leave. Brown then leave. That's how it works with Monet when he comes to shows. He's brown, then he goes leaves. Easy.
Yeah.
To be honest, I hope I can win the title one day. It'd be awesome to hold the actual proper belt, not cardboard or plastic like I'm holding right now, the junior heavyweight title.
I'm coming after that belt, bro.
Are you in that category?
No, I don't know. I don't know how the division works. We'll get to that.
I don't know either. I think you have to be under 20 years of age.
Oh, okay.
So if I turn 20, if I don't lose that title before I turn 20 years old, then I'll have to vacate it because my birthday's coming up real soon.
Okay, yeah. All right, so
I think that's how DJ should have it, eh?
Anyway, look, we're talking about the WZWA title.
WZWA title. Yeah, I'm hoping I actually get to win it. It's like one of the only things I haven't done yet, so it'd be awesome to win it. Don't know if I'd want to be a heel when I win it though. I'd love it if it was like a face thing, but I'd have to build the face character up again. So that would be,
maybe 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Right? I guarantee you, in 2018 you'll be heavyweight champion. Okay, or you would have by then. Yeah. Okay, Dark Ice also asks, is there any accomplishment that Ryan does not wish to accomplish? I.e. hardcore title, since it's not really your element.
Does not wish to accomplish? I don't know about don't want to accomplish, because...
would you want to be world hardcore champion?
I would, but I'd have to evolve my character to be able to have that element to be that champion. So, but as far as I know, I probably wouldn't want to be like a tournament winner, because of being on the book, because being booking committee, because it's like it'd be like so many guys are trying to fight and do it's like because when you do tournaments, it's like these guys have put in the hard yards, they deserve this, a little trophy for their hard work. I don't think I'd want that, because it'd be like, everyone knows Ryan's it.
Cheers for the spoiler, cunt. Now everyone knows you won't be winning Commissioner's Cup. Or maybe we're trying to swerve them.
Yeah. You actually never know.
Yeah, fuck you, Monet. He doesn't get to be in the tournament. He doesn't get to be in the tournament.
Oh, wait, no?
No. No, because we picked the date that he's getting back from fucking
Bali.
Browntown,
okay.
Okay, the next question from Dark Ice. Has any professional wrestler influenced you?
Probably Kurt Angle. Just based on, his whole, intensity, really. When he comes out, he just comes out, he just has that, intensity. He's ready, he's ready to fucking fight someone. He's not the biggest dude, but he just goes out and schools them,
if it were real, he would always be champion, because he won the Olympic gold medal.
Yeah.
So...
With broken frickin' neck.
So, and have you read the book that you won?
Yeah, I've been getting through it. I haven't finished it yet.
For those playing at home, Ryan Tate won Most Dedicated last year, so he got a signed Kurt Angle book.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And you were Most Dedicated. Anytime we needed a championship made, Ryan made it. We needed a referee shirt made, Ryan made it. Good kid.
Yeah.
Dark Ice, once again, where do you think Ryan Tate will be post-Backyard Wrestling?
Well, as I said, I will only stop Backyard Wrestling when Backyard Wrestling is officially dead. So, if ICWS and WZWA would decide to fold,
Okay, how about this? What if WZWA folded but ICWS continued?
I'd stay in ICWS.
And that would be fine for you? That's
Yep.
be all you need?
Fine.
Okay.
If both of them folded, then that's when I'd go make the jump to pro.
And you're only young, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I was your age. Because, you got so much ahead of you to accomplish.
There's been times where I wanted to go to pro, but I always made okay, so it's like it's too young. Wait till I'm a bit older, and then be able to decide. So yeah.
Okay. Second last question from Ice. Personal opinions on Dark Ice's psoriasis condition when it happened.
Oh, well, I didn't really know what was going on at the time, and then I saw the photos go up, and my heart sank a little bit for him. I felt bad. I felt really bad for him because he didn't get to. Because he had to stop wrestling briefly for a while, and just this is something he's really passionate about, and it was for anyone to get injured or have that kind of thing happen to you, because I went through that as well. Not the same thing, but I got injured and wasn't able to wrestle, and I was you feel so down, and you just want to get back to doing what you like doing. And hell, I even visited him when he was in hospital. Bought him a teddy bear. So good. Yeah, Lily and I went and visited him in hospital, and really wanted to lift his spirits, and because I was thinking, hoping, he's got to come back someday. And when he did, I was so happy for him. So he fucking kicked ass too. Fucking dominated.
Yeah. All right. Last question from Dark Ice. Why does Ryan Tate wrestle?
Why do I wrestle? Because I believe I need to. I have to. If I don't wrestle, then I'll feel shit. If I don't wrestle, then I don't get to speak with people who I really feel like I can talk to about the subject. Because every day, almost every minute, every day, I'm thinking about wrestling. I'm talking about wrestling. I need to talk to someone about it. And yes, it can get annoying because I'm talking to my family about it. It's really, Ryan, you're talking about fucking wrestling again. I'm talking to Lily. She's really, Ryan, you're mentioning wrestling again. Oh, Ryan, you're watching wrestling.
Even Lily's
Ryan.
A wrestling fan.
Yeah, she's a wrestling. Yeah, she gets sick of it.
I feel bad for Belinda. I'm am I talking about wrestling too much right now?
I'm watching DVDs at home. It's yeah, Ryan, this is DVD. You can watch it any time. I'm watching it now. Just go watch it somewhere else. I'm for fuck's sake, Mom. Yeah, it's just become it is an unhealthy obsession, but in a good way for me.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
I know how it is.
Because I love stepping out of reality and going to WZWA or ICWS and talking with these guys about what I want to talk about, because they are going to be indulged, they're going to be invested in that, and we're going to have a great conversation. I'm just fucking love it. It's seriously our little world that I can walk into and feel like I'm actually feel included in.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when I'm at work and stuff, they're talking about other stuff. I'm just walking behind them, at the back. I'm oh, okay, guys, yeah, go talk about stuff. Just leave Ryan here. Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to wrestling, have to do it.
So you're constantly thinking about wrestling.
Constantly, now.
Someone's saying
right now, I'm thinking about my favorite blade. Right.
Someone's saying oh man, the new Superman movie, Lex Luthor does this thing, and then you're thinking that sounds quite similar to Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I was playing Batman the other day. There's a bit where you have to freaking do a takedown. He jumps out of a grate and DDTs the guy. I'm for fuck's sake! Even when I'm trying not to think about wrestling, it's just something comes up, and it's boom, there it is. My mind's racing now.
There's this car out there, and every now and then when you're driving around, it's called a Kluger. So I'm always Lex Kluger. That's Lex Kluger right there. That car is the total package. I feel like a nerd when I do that, but so I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So that comes to the end of the Q&A. So I'm just going to end this with a bit of word association. So I'll say a name, you tell a story, or just whatever pops into your head first. It doesn't have to be a one-word answer. But if it is a if it is a one-word answer, then it is. And that's just how it rolls. Brian Lowe.
Daredevil. Honestly, it was sad to hear that he was losing his interest in wrestling, but I felt that he was like he's at like that point where he's getting so fucking good. Like, it was out of the blue. Like he was good in his run as heavyweight champion, and then suddenly, boom, he's just like killing it every show. He's not having a bad match. Just like.
Well, we get him back on the 17th for the Commissioner's
Cup. I'm looking really forward to that. But
should be good to see him and Deacon go out there.
Yeah, good to see him again. Match. Like, hopefully he fucking kills it, because he just like at one point he just really started to improve. I'm like, and he was probably one of the people I wanted to see the most when I go to shows. And
to think this year he was going to become heavyweight champion again. I was going to build him back up, and he was going to be the champ.
Oh, okay.
Do you not remember that the whole storyline that we had planned to help?
Oh,
me
yeah.
He and I were going to form a team, the unlikely duo. We were going to form this team, feud with the Revolutionaries, feud with AAA, and then I was going to coach him into being heavyweight champion again, and then we'd move forward with that. But that was all part of the plans for this year. And
how's that? I forgot something.
Yeah. So, Brian Lowe, we get him back on the 17th. See how it goes. Hopefully we can all convince him. Just being there, maybe, I missed this. Maybe he'll want to come back. So let's cross our fingers, and hopefully he does. Hydro,
great opponent. Fun guy to talk to. It's kind of sad that he was only there. He's only here for only a couple of shows. Then he went to do his. It was acting.
He's gone after his dream was being an actor.
His dream.
But hey, I think he's coming back to Perth soon.
Oh,
so
sweet!
If he comes back, Hydro, if you're listening to this, you're welcome back to have a few more matches.
Yeah, I'd love a rematch. That'd be great.
Well, you beat him, didn't you?
No, he beat me.
Did he beat you?
He beat me.
Oh shit! I just keep making you put everyone over, don't I?
No, I wanted to put him over. I think you wanted me to win. I was like, no, I don't want to.
All right. Well, good.
No.
Blade Shaw.
Oh, I'm going to kick your fucking ass in this feud. But, no, I'm looking forward to the feud. You're great tag partner. Awesome guy to talk to. Comes up with great ideas when it comes to booking. He's a fucking smart guy. And when we had that one altercation with ICWS, when we had the triple threat match, I was like, we had we kind of sunk our claws into each other and got a few shots in. I was like, this is good. This is going to be good when we have our eventual feud building up in WZWA. Cause I'm really looking forward to it, and Blade should be too, because I think we can really, really do something good with it.
Excellent. Yeah. Noel Wallace.
The one guy who keeps coming up and says calls me a bully. Like,
you're a bully, Ryan.
It's like, you're a bully. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go beat up your son. And I think that was the day I knocked Jack out. I didn't tell Noel that though. But yeah, he means well. Like, it's awesome that he allows us to go and use his venue, at his house and stuff. Yeah, other than that, just he's a good guy. Don't talk to him much. But he just says hey. I used to say hey to him, and he says that's what horses eat, and stuff like that. So yeah, cool guy. It's funny to think that's Jack's dad though. Jack doesn't seem
totally
like
different.
Totally
polar opposites. All right. Well, speaking of Jack Wallace.
He's a alright guy. Naturally talented. I think he needs to have a look at his with his ability, because he says sometimes that he had. I mentioned this before. He's like, "Oh, I don't think my performance was that great." Then you look back on it, and it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, that was awesome. Friggin' in the I think he mentioned it in that triple threat ladder match. He said, "Oh, he feels like his performance is a bit." Yeah, you watch back, he did great in it, and he got match of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack's a good kid. I'm actually looking forward to if we get a match in ICWS later on, probably for the junior title, maybe. Never know. Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
Okay, Chris Zeppelin.
Chris.
I'd like to know more about the relationship that you guys have.
With me and Chris, like they was basically like I was just like this new guy and had all these ideas and just giving them to Chris, and then Chris was like, okay, we could incorporate that, maybe not that. But I was like, oh, I want to do this, want to do that, want to do that. I think I was like really annoying him at some point, but Chris was really cool to talk to and like give ideas. I think sometimes I even helped. I think sometimes I even helped him with booking at one point. Like he was talking to me about something, and I was like, oh, why don't you try maybe do this idea instead? And he's like, oh yeah, we can probably try that. And it sucks that we don't really talk that much. I was really happy with the little feud thing that we actually had going, where I got him kicked out of got him thrown out of the arena ICWS, and then he came in as Knuckles' escort.
Yeah.
Or manager, and then it was going to build.
Yeah, Knuckles was heel for one event. And
Knuckles was heel for one event, and retired after that. And he actually put me over in that match. So that was cool.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Knuckles,
unorthodox.
As I always bloody well say.
Unorthodox wrestler. It was It was like really interesting to plan and work with him. And just getting thrown around and flipped around and just doing his little martial arts and stuff. Wish we'd like actually talked more, because I didn't really get to know him that well. But cool guy, have a lot of respect for him with what he did in ICWS. So.
Yep. Yeah. Your first ever opponent, Wicked Nick James. I think we went into a bit of detail on the first
rematch. I've just want like the rematch, like the first match of Nick. Like just want one more match with Nick James just to see how much Ryan Tate has evolved since that 40-second match that happened. I took 3 leg drops and 2 clotheslines and a roll-up.
Roll-up pin. Nick Ariel.
Phenomenal, like, athlete. Like, he can just, like, flip, like, for, like, a muscly, like, big dude. Like, he can flip around, do all this freaking swantons and crazy shit, like, jumping off of from the out, inside the ring to the outside of the ring through tables, jumping off ladders, like, taking bumps on ladders and stuff. Like, Excellence of Extreme is, like, not just a character, it's, like, kind of, like, who he is. He like does things to the extreme. He's a great entertainer, just like his brother. And like when it comes to points where he can be serious, he can put on such a fucking great match. But when it comes to him being like not too serious and he has a comical match, it's fucking amazing. Like his match with Mykonos alone, like
yeah, that was quite entertaining.
It's always going to be entertaining when Nick Ariel shows up at an event. Whether he's wrestling or not.
Yeah. DK Joker.
Awesome kid. We talk a lot on Facebook. He's probably one of the number 1 people who I talk to. We have a similar interest in in different types of wrestling that we watch. Like mostly independent wrestling. I'm really looking forward to his heel run in WZWA, but I'm just got to say, Deacon, if you have that ECW title, be prepared to get ECW Wrestler chance like last time.
Yeah, dude, if you're listening to this, edit that title.
Get
rid of all the ECW references, change it around, make it say WZWA Backyard Championship.
Yeah. But probably not do what Kyle did, with just one piece of paper and just green writing on it. Saying like, fuck this title, make this title, you fuck it. But that was great, though.
Arthur Aries.
Sucks that he's not going to be wrestling with us. He got engaged or something, didn't he?
He's just graduated high school.
Okay.
And he's got engaged to his girlfriend.
Oh, that's nice.
But he's busy with studies and all that. It is a shame
because I really was like looking forward to if we were actually going to have a match, because because he wrestles like with a real technical style.
Yeah.
And I thought we could like put on.
I think the best of him would have been to come.
Yeah. Best of him would definitely was to come, and I was really looking forward, like hoping to have a match. Yeah, because I thought we'd be able to put on like a good little match. Seemed cool when I was like telling like ideas like with the whole circus thing where he had to come out and do the run, and he was like, "Oh, cool," like really invested in what people say to him, like quick learner, and yeah, it was really cool. And just naturally gifted at what he did.
Yeah. Still Kemsley.
At first, he seemed like he had a bit of a bad attitude, like especially on the thread. Like he didn't really understand that we were joking around and stuff. But just it's great to see the progress he's made in WZWA, especially with Daniel Johnson. And like how props to Rex Regan when they had that match. I think that's the match that really made Steel. Like that's the match that got him really over, and he's been getting like the loudest reaction ever since. And Steel's really doing great, and he can only go up like from here. Like he can only do so much more and get so much better.
Yeah,
because it's a slow process that he's on right now. Because he's slowly improving. And I'm hoping to see Steel maybe become a champion one day, because I know that everyone will lose their fucking nut over it.
Yeah, just to see that moment take place would be quite
maybe
special.
not Mitch, because he needs that nut.
Okay, Daniel Johnston.
Probably the most helpful person I ever met, because he was the guy who came up to me first show ICWS when I got there, and it's like, all right, man, let's go bumping shit. Like he's the guy who helped me out. He's like, man, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, and he's pretty much one of the main reasons why what was I say? Why I started, because he was like the first person I started talking. He was one of the first people I started talking to.
And the fact that he didn't even know who you were, really.
Yeah, and like
and it was like, all right, I'm the guy that's going to teach you how to do it.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Are you not thinking at the time, oh, who's this guy? He can't even walk properly. He's teaching me how to wrestle.
I didn't even realise what was wrong with him at the time, eh? Like, I was like, why are they saying he's like a monkey? I don't get it.
Now you don't even notice it, really.
I don't even notice it, eh?
You don't.
And probably one of the most hard-hitting people I've ever faced. Like,
and then really get into the match that you had with him recently. You want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, I can talk a bit about that. That was probably the most hard-hitting match I've ever been in, and I found it very surprising that after the match, we watched it back, and the first part of the match was he gave me a forearm to the face, and I just freaking clubbed him back like twice as hard. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like we had such a physical match, and it was like it kind of showed how much more I evolved from that first match we had back in ICWS. It went from like such a fast-paced match to like a slow, physical, stiff, technical contest. And yeah, it's really cool. Like because we're now 1-1, and I'm hoping for a third match, hopefully somewhere down the line. Maybe ICWS, maybe WZWA.
All right.
Yeah.
The ICWS Junior Heavyweight Championship.
I'm actually really... As I said in a promo, like I said, like in character, I was really honoured, and even without kayfabe, yeah, I am honoured to actually finally have a title in ICWS. Like originally, I kind of wanted to be like ICWS champion, but I'm like super happy to have this title too, because then I get to be on top of my own little division, so I get to like bring prestige to this title. And like go forth, like have these, like just pretty much like kill it, like represent the division, and have these competitive matches and stuff. And to be honest, I like, because I think what the idea is, I don't know if DJ's actually thought of someone to like take the belt from me yet, but I think he was giving me the idea, like, oh, like, who would you like to, like, he's saying, like, to me, who would you like to lose the title to? I'm like, well, we'll have to wait and see who impresses the most.
See who's ready for it.
See who's ready for it. Like, it'd be good, because I like this little division. Don't really know what this junior heavyweight division in titles, like,
what it really
means.
means.
What it really means yet, but I'll have to find that out, like, as it progresses with it. But I'm really happy to be the champ, and I'm looking forward to this little feud with Gareth and stuff.
So well, now we're on to it. Vincent Graves, sadistic, old school ICWS wrestler, makes his return after fucking 7 years. I don't know.
It's like 7 years. Yeah, I saw, like, I looked up on the ICWS page. I was like, okay, who's this Vincent Graves? I said the DJ. He's like, oh, it's sadistic. I'm like, okay, I've had a look. Just like this scrawny little kid. I'm like, oh. I was like, have you got a recent picture of him? He looked completely different.
Yeah, he's grown up into a man now.
He's a freaking giant of a human being.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Like, I loved our first match. I just decided to make him look like a beast. Not a lot like Brock Lesnar, but you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, him just like destroying me, like decimating Tate. I think because you look back on matches, like, you've never seen Tate manhandled that way. Like,
yeah.
Like, he's seen me manhandled, but not, like, decimated that way. And it showed, like, I love how we incorporated his character to be, like, he just doesn't give a fuck about anything. He just wants to beat the shit out of this guy. And really, really looking forward to what we have in store going forward with the feud that we have.
Excellent.
Because originally with the booking, it was a little different, and then it's been changed now. So now it's I think it's a lot better, not as messy.
Good. Kilowatt Chaos.
Once again, like, intimidating, because when I first met him, but now just big teddy bear. Great opponent to face. I faced him twice now. Both in ICWS and WZWA, and I think we just mesh well, like, wise, because we put on, like, some good matches, like, story wise and stuff. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say, because he's just, like, a great guy to talk to, great to wrestle with, and yeah.
Right on. Big Ace.
So happy with how he's progressed. Like, have a big guy, and he's coming up to, like, Dark Ice and other guys, and he's asking, like, getting advice and talking and stuff, and wanting to improve. I love how when he had his match with DJ, he was being more charismatic, like, talking more, like, getting people's faces. He's like, it's like, none of that shit, and then beating him up and, like, and all that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to what he has in store. Like, I want him to have, like, more, kind of see him in more competitive matches, because he's having a lot of squash matches lately, which would be cool.
That's really build.
And
it's not his fault that
we've
had squash matches for him. It's just been the fact that his partner Arthur Aries has missed a few shows, so we've had to think on the spot of what to do with him. And I guess I've just thought, well, let's just give him a quick win. Give him another win.
Yeah, and
he's pretty much squashed every masked character that there is.
He had like a 4-on-1 handicap match one time, which I booked on the day.
He's basically killed them all so far.
Yeah, now he's the tag team champions.
Yep, on his own, and I think he's doing a great job.
And we got something in store, which I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
And hey, Commissioner's Cup on the 17th. We've got Big Ace versus Aston Crude.
Oh man,
that's quite the match for him to have. He hasn't really got in there with some of the
just saying,
bigger dogs.
I don't have that much advice on versing Aston Crude, as I've never faced him.
Yep.
But Ace, this is a fucking big test for you, pun intended. Big test for Big Ace.
Big test for Big Ace. Okay, Dan Zeppelin. And when you answer this, I'm going to wait, so try and prolong your answer, because it's going to be a long wait. It's going to be a long wait.
All right.
And it's going to be yellow.
Okay. Dan Zeppelin. When we had the first match, I was a bit nervous about it, because Dan was the guy in ICWS. He was the heart and soul of ICWS. He was the veteran, and did well. I was so nervous that at one point in the match, I even forgot to kick out at 2. And but then like progressing from that match to the match that we did have, you can just see how much both of us improved after like maybe three years, I think. And Dan Zeppelin, like good to work with, easy to work with. He doesn't plan a lot. Like he's mainly an improv guy, which is really good. But even when you do improv with him, you can still pull off great matches and stuff. So yeah, good, okay. Really good to work with. He's a really cool guy to talk to as well. Need to talk to him a bit. Haven't chatted a lot in a while. Just recently chatted to him about his knee, how he might not be doing the show this Saturday. So hopefully he gets better.
Here's one out of left field, MC Cruel.
MC Cruel.
You were there after he had already left.
Yep.
What do you think of old Eli?
Eli, he's doing really well. He's really progressed well in his transition from yarding to pro wrestling. Hell, he even helped me out a bit on the day when I debuted in ICWS.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool. He actually thought up the idea of me using the fisherman spinning finishing neck breaker.
Yep.
Which I use now.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that I'm in, I'm actually doing refereeing for the same place he is now. It's really cool because he's just helping me out, and like even if it is reffing, like there's still a lot to learn with it.
Yeah.
So, good teacher. He really knows his shit. Like he can be, some people say he's been annoying at times, but and he can be like not too serious, but he does like really know his shit. So, yeah.
And coming off of that, being a referee in Schwa, go into a bit more detail with that. People might be interested to hear a bit more about how it came about. And
basically, I did it as a favor because they had a referee there, and he his back is a bit injured, so he can't like get up and down and run around and do the reffing and stuff. So Eli said, do you just come down to a Schwa show and have a watch and just come see me after the show and let me know what you think if you want to ref, because they had a referee there, and I found out that was actually one of their crew, and he had never refed before. Well, I don't think he had refed before. I can't remember, but went there, sat down, watched the show, and this ref wasn't very good.
Okay.
He wasn't doing a really good job. But anyway, after the show, I said to Eli, you know what? Yeah, all right, I'll do it.
Well, you've done it so many times, WZWA.
Yeah, I thought, and also I thought this is a good way for me to have my foot in the pro business as well. So then, if I ever do decide to go into it, which will be a long time because of the whole how good we're doing now,
yes,
in yarding. So yeah, but so went to training. Main guys who've been talking to me is I think his name's Big Dog. I think
Big Dog John Dozer.
Yeah. Like there's some guys there who really cool to talk to because they're just really like, okay, you need to do this. I'm like, wow, there's so much to go, like so much more, like so much knowledge. Like,
do they carry your backyard wrestler?
I think some of them. I'm not really sure if most of them know, to be honest. Like, but even if they do, like, I'm like,
they're not aware of who Big Red fucking Ryan Tate is.
I think some of them are, but but they haven't said anything to me. But I don't think they really care, to be honest, because I'm only just reffing for them. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So and yeah,
but you're learning a lot.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot there. Reffing with them. They said I did a really good job on the first few times that I've been there. I made a deal. I made like a little bit of a kind of like a deal. MC Cruel, that if it comes to a show where WZWA is on and Schwa is on, WZWA comes first.
Yeah.
And they'll find someone to do replacement ref. So,
okay.
And it kind of sucked because I was supposed to be doing Supernova last weekend, but the guy from Sydney, I think his name is TNT or something.
Yeah.
He was booking it, and last minute they was like, MC Cruel messaged me. EI messaged me. He's like, they've already booked 2 refs. Sorry, man. I'm like, that's annoying. So
that's a shame. But
yeah, it was a shame, but I got 2 days. I got 2 days off work.
Well, there you go.
Didn't want to go there. Didn't want to be there. Didn't want to be at work anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, from
So,
there,
yeah. So, in all honesty, Schwar's been okay. Well, it's been all right. So.
okay. Luke Monet. I know the little
Luke-
brown fuck
Brown.
has been waiting for us to talk about him.
We
Brown
had to
fuck.
mention him. I didn't want to talk about. No,
Well-
I'll talk about him. Like I said about freaking Ariel, like phenomenal athlete. Like he's like just like he can just do things that other people can't. Like selling is probably one of them. Like his freaking like I think his selling is getting a lot better. Even though like after like when he first started, his selling was just like crazy fish flop and all that kind of shit. Like it was good at some points, and then eventually it started to get a little bit annoying. That's my opinion, though.
Because he was getting a lot of compliments with his selling, so I think he was then started going overboard.
Yeah, a little bit overboard, but yeah, he's a really good wrestler. He's really evolving more. I'm loving this heel character he's doing.
It was so needed. He'd
Yeah.
been doing the same thing for fucking since 2012. It's time for him to evolve.
Yeah, he's doing the same kind of thing. Finally evolved, and doing this heel character, and I kind of know like all the things that's going on in the future. So I'm really pumped to see how it progresses and how he does
Yeah,
as a heel.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, and Brown.
Brown poo, very brown poo.
Brown.
Brown poo.
Brown. Yeah.
Kai Fusion.
Kai Fusion, fucking acrobat. First off, his heel character in IWS, like, fucking great. Like, it's so good. Like, he pulls off the Womber Train Rat-esque character so fucking well.
It's because he is one.
Oh, that's a little harsh.
Nah,
He is, though.
he takes the train from Warnborough Station and
Yeah.
he dresses in Nike gear.
Yeah.
So,
And, but in WZWA, it was really cool, like, with this whole Circus Royale thing, because DK Joker was the clown, Kyle, the acrobat. So it worked really well. I'm loving what he's doing now. It's, like, this whole... I'm keen to see this feud with, him and DK.
yeah.
We've always had good matches. He's great to work with. He's really easy to work with, because he's like, okay, it's so simple. We just go, all right, I'll beat you down, you come back, blah, 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 do that, and then easy.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to work with. Fun to work with, too. I think our first match was a lot better than our second match, though, but I think that was just because, wow factor, really, because no one's ever seen us wrestle before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Rusty.
When I find you. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Such a nice dude. Amazing to see that, because watching the footage, amazing to see a guy of his size now still be able to do what he was doing when he was 19.
Yeah, when
he was doing double moonsaults
Yeah.
off the freaking roof and shit. He's
That's why he's a
doing-
Hall of Famer, man.
yeah, doing backflips out of the ring. Jesus Christ, taking suplexes on the apron. Who thought of that? That was crazy.
That was his idea.
Oh, of course it was his idea.
And I was like, are you sure? Because he has a bad back, a real bad back.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll take it. It's
Yeah, it has a bad...
We know that
yeah.
ring apron is not the nicest thing to
Yeah.
land on.
Yeah, has a bad back, comes back after 2 years. 2 years?
2 years without wrestling.
Yeah. First freaking... One of his... he has a match on Backyard TV with Daniel Johnson. Does a freaking springboard, senton thing in this match with Daniel Johnson. Yeah, Daniel Johnson. Did I say Dan Zeppelin?
No, he said Johnson.
Oh, they said... Oh, I thought it said Zeppelin. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, phenomenal guy. He talked to me, he said, and I quote, I was talking to him when he had left, when we had the ICWS and WZWA show, and he said I was probably one of his top 3 in ICWS. I was like, fuck, really?
Excellent.
I was hell surprised. I must have impressed him. I had to have, and I was like, oh, wow, cool. It really, really...
Hope to get him back
really
one day.
Really meant something to me, so it was really cool.
Good to get him back someday.
Yeah, and he said I was a little bit he referred to me that I was kind of similar to Ruthless Ron in a way.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was from TBW?
TBW? No, TVW.
TVW, yeah. Yeah, so
Total Violence Wrestling.
Total Violence Wrestling, yeah. I was like, oh, really cool. So yeah, it's cool. I talked to.
It looks like Ruthless Wrong will be in the next class of the Hall of Fame as well, actually.
Nice.
Okay, Clint Marshall.
Clint Marshall.
Excuse that interruption.
Yeah. That's a word for my sponsors.
Fraser Motorcycles DJ.
Yeah.
He won't know the reference yet, but hopefully he does.
No, I don't know the reference at all. But Clint Marshall.
He will get it eventually.
Yeah, Clint Marshall. Fucking phenomenal wrestler. Like, he has like great matches with anyone you put him with. That's just my opinion. Like, he never has a bad match. His match with Delcano at Resolution 3, like, fuck. Like, it sucks that it had to be cut short.
Barely scraped the
that
surface.
was honestly like
they weren't even a third way.
They weren't like it. They weren't even kicking it into high gear at that point. Like,
what a shame.
Sucks that he's kind of retired now. He doesn't He's not really interested, is he? Or
he's just busy with studies and stuff. That's his main problem. But I know he still watches wrestling. And he's into it.
I really like one of the number one guys who I want to face that I haven't faced yet. Doubt to face him anytime soon. So you never know.
You know, hopefully he'll come back. But you know, because I know JD Flame wants his last match to be against Zibby. So hopefully we can line that up at some point. But you know, I think Justin's enjoying himself at the moment, so he might be around for a little bit longer than he might have first thought. But anyway.
Yeah, so really, like, if Zibby ever comes back, I'd love to have a match with him. Be really sweet.
I'm not really sure about it. I haven't really spoke to him too much about it. But,
big if.
We got Low. We got
Low.
You know, of all those people that retired after Resolution 3, we got Low to come back for the Commissioner's Cup. But as far as Zibby goes, if you're listening, I doubt you are, because you haven't got the time to listen to stuff like this, but you know, it'd be cool to have you back at some point. Phaser.
Just naturally gifted on the microphone. Like, he's a great talker.
His character's just an extension of himself.
It's just himself. Just slightly
turn up that volume.
Turn up that volume.
It's just like me with Aston Crude.
Yeah.
You as Ryan Tate, though, that's a whole other story. You're nothing like your character.
Oh, really?
You're not really an arsehole. You're not a cunt.
I don't really know what my character is. Like, when it's like, if I'm a face, it's kind of like that. But,
true. Yeah. So, Phaser.
Phaser, just naturally gifted. Like, with his character is just like on point. Really, it's just like, I can't really describe it. It's just like pretty much as you said, just turn the volume up. It's just an extension of himself. He just picked up on things really quickly. Like, he's such a quick learner. Like, even with some, like, he had about only a couple of matches, but every single one, like, not a bad match.
It looked like he'd already wrestled before.
It looked like he'd been doing it for ages. Like, he's been up to that level. Like, hell, the match he had with Low at Resolution. Jesus
Oh, man.
Christ.
Fuck, what a great match.
What a great match. Not one bad match on that show, in my opinion.
Yeah. Alright, Lightning Lewis,
man, I wanted to face him so bad, just because I wanted to face someone who. I don't know what's
going on with him. I can't get. I mean, he's back on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
For those playing at home, Lightning Lewis was in jail.
Yeah, that's probably. He
was in prison.
Yeah. After that, I kind of like, I don't really want to be not really associated that much with him anymore. But he's still a good guy. Still. Like, now and again, I'll, like, comment on stuff of his, be like, that's cool, man. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, well. But I really wanted to, actually face him, because I've never faced someone who's actually shorter than me. Because I'm, like, the shortest guy in the Fed at the moment. I always have been. But then Lewis came in for a little while. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm not a small guy anymore. And then he's gone. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, and hell, I even wanted to, like, even in the Battlefield Brawl 2012, when Lewis was coming out, I was supposed to come out like like 2 entrants after him, and I'm like, dude, stay in the ring. I want to come in, and then we gotta freaking tear this shit up. And he's like, next minute, yeah, he comes walking back as I'm about to come out. I'm like, fuck.
Shit.
Yeah, he was great. Like same thing with Phaser. It looked like he'd been doing this for ages because he was just so fucking naturally gifted, and he picked up on things so quickly.
Yeah, and he was impressing. He's impressing, man.
I loved his Jimmy Superfly hair. Because when he just flew off and did the splash,
yeah,
it's like just fucking looking at
his splash was always very impressive.
Yeah.
Johnny V was the next one I was thinking of.
Such an over the top entertainer, but that's good. I love it. I love like over exaggerated entertainment, and like his promos, his wrestling, like everything like you're captivated by, you want to watch, and like just like I said about Nick, like it's gonna be a fun time if John is performing or if he's just hanging out with the boys.
Yeah,
like such a cool guy, like how when he's being serious, he put on a really good serious match, and then but then like halfway through the match, he'll just turn it comical, and it's so great.
Yeah,
just really fun to watch, and he really brings like the real XCW-esque like I've seen like in the past, like to see him bring that into WZWA. Just it's cool. Antilochus, one of the top heels at the present moment, probably my number one heel in WZWA right now. Everything he is doing is just 100% on point. Like he's coming out, he's spitting everywhere, like a real heel would. Like he just disrespect where you're wrestling. It's like fuck this place, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that guy. Like everything's great. He's coming out, he's just complete. It's just like what I did when I went from face to heel. Like I completely flipped the character. That's exactly what Jacob's done. He's just completely flipped the character when he did it. Like as soon as he cheated to win in that match with Nick Ariel, he came out of the ring. He was a completely different person. Like kind of just getting people's faces. I won. I beat the Hall of Famer. Fuck you. Yeah. He's like just like and like it's cool to see like how much he has actually evolved since I saw him in that showcase at Twisted Metal in 2012.
Even though that was a great match, he's just improved so much.
He's improved so much, and there's a reason why he's got that hardcore title on him right now, and he's should be held so proud because he's representing the world in that element.
Mike Del Cano.
Probably one of my favourite people I've ever worked with, even though I only worked with him like one time, one-on-one. I worked with him in War Games as well.
Yeah.
But that wasn't really much. It was really cool how well because I mentioned this before, how well our styles clashed, even though we hadn't talked to each other face to face. We had only planned it over Facebook, and we just got in that ring, and we just killed it. And it's good. It's awesome to see that he's actually trying to go about his dream and be in the pros, and he's gone that. But
I'm sure he'll get far.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's out.
He's pulling a Ryan Tate.
He's pulling me, but a bit worse. He's out with his bum shoulder, which he said was dislocating about 2 or 3 times a day.
Oh,
yeah, it's fucked.
Probably every time he lifted the ball.
Yeah. He just got surgery, so he's going to be out for quite a while. Yeah, he's a good guy to talk to. Yeah, and he's very knowledgeable. He's got a lot of wrestling smarts. So he likes to talk. He's told me, he's like, you can always learn things of other people, and I was like learning from him that you can learn from so much other people. There's always one person you can learn off, whether they're more experienced or less experienced than you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
JD Flame.
JD Flame.
You guys got to wrestle twice. Once in WC, like Chaos, once in WZWA, once in ICWS. The ICWS match, that was off the chain. That match.
Because that was the
Twisted Metal 7.
Yeah, Twisted Metal 7.
Fucking good match.
Opening match of the show. First time we had ever faced each other, and I was like, "Oh man!"
Because I entered the arena about 3/4 of the way through the match, and everyone was going nuts, and I'm like, "Shit, I got here late." But like watching the
where did you from where do you remember?
I don't remember exactly where I walked in, but it was definitely during the tail end of the match.
Okay, that was pretty it was got a great reaction the entire way through. So I was loving it the entire time. Like we were really feeding off everything that was going on. We didn't plan that much. Like hell, we even did like a whole ref thing, like. JD coming in and hitting the cutter on the outside. The ref's knocked out, throw him back in. Probably the best false finish kick out I've ever done.
Yeah,
doing like the 1, 2, just bam. You can hear like Chris, like Rex Regan screaming, like kick out, just kick out, and everyone's losing their shit. Like the reversals at the end, him going for a cutter, pushing him off. Or actually no, go for the fisherman, spin around. He goes for the cutter, push him off. He stops at the ladder, comes back, gets fisherman, win, boom. It was awesome. Our second match that we had in WZWA couldn't recreate the atmosphere that we did in that first match.
Yep.
I think it was because maybe it was a bit of like a role reversal.
Because he was the heel.
I was the heel and he was the face this time, and yeah. But he was really fun to work. Really fun to work with. Yeah, I wish we had we did a little bit more, but he's not wrestling that much now, so
no.
Yeah. Mr. Commish.
Okay. Aston Crude.
Fucking... I was actually a mark for Aston Crude when he was in Schwa. If you go back and look at your Aston Crude page messages, you'll probably find me saying, "When are you going to kick Mike Massive's ass, man? When are you coming back?" Because I think that was when you were in a bit of a bad time, I think, at that point. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, but it was really cool to see you in the pros, and then went back, and it was cool when you came back to yarding, because I was hooked when you said, "Oh, I gotta leave Schwa and do the whole do whatever you were doing or whatever," and I was like, "Oh, fuck, he's gone? Like it's bullshit."
Little did you know.
Little did I know, and then it's a fucking small world though. Like then when I got introduced to ICBWS, I watched them Winter Warfare. I'm like, it's Aston Crude. Like, he's fucking yarding now. Like, and then I was like, saying hey to you at the show, kind of nervous. I was like, never really talked to this like a pro wrestler outside. Yeah, and then so I found out about the whole XW thing. I'm like, man, this guy did 10 years of this. Fuck, like, just so captivated because you did all this stuff. And it just blew my mind. Like you did the booking for it. You had even like the Ocean Reef Wrestling Federations.
Yeah,
and then finding out you had the whole the global bodying faction, the GBYWN, and you were the first champion of Australia for that. I'm like, whoa, like, yeah, it was so cool. And do
you feel you've learned a lot from me?
Yeah, man. Learned a lot, like the whole booking that you've been doing for WZWA. I didn't have a problem with it. I always thought it's been really cool, it's been really captivating. Like there's lots of twists and turns. It's not just like one long just thing. It's just like all these twists and turns, and like everything intertwines. Like especially with the feud I've got now with Blade Lily Esquire,
and all these people involved.
All these people involved in everything, because you don't know where to look. You don't know what's happening. Yeah, it's cool. Like you got yes, there's so many things going on.
We've covered him before, but maybe just some final thoughts on Mykonos.
Probably my favourite opponent I've faced, because he really helped build me into what I am today, character-wise and wrestle-wise, because he helped me evolve a bit.
Yep.
And he thoroughly deserves being the champion at the moment because he's worked hard for it.
Okay.
works hard to hold both those titles, and he's been doing a great job. And yeah.
All right. We're getting close to the end. Alex Stone.
Alex Stone.
Third last one I'm going to ask.
Probably, I said Mykonos was one of my favourites. Alex would probably be the favourite because we had such great chemistry. We never had a single bad match when we faced each other. You just have those certain people where you can face them. So, like, say for me with Jack Wallace, I faced him the first time, not really good chemistry. Second time, man, it's getting better. Third time, boom, great.
Yeah.
Alex, every single time. Like, you see this person, you're like, oh, I don't know if I'll have a really good match with him. And then you just wrestle him, it's like, boom. It's like, whoa, the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You just have such a great match. Like, the matches we did have, like, when we had the thing in the 4-way, when we had the singles match, Twisted Metal, the street fight, oh my god. The triple threat matches we had in WZWA, just everything about Alex is great because he can play such a good heel and he can play such a good babyface, and it sucks because he's not gonna be back full time. Like, he's gonna pop in now and again, but yeah, it just bums me out because I won't be able to do more because I really wanted to wrestle him more because I had the whole dog collar match thing and that didn't get to go about. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really great to work with Alex. He's probably my favourite person to work with because we had such good chemistry.
Okay. Two more. Lila,
babe. She's my babe. Honestly, probably the toughest person I've ever met mentally because she puts up with my shit every fucking day.
Yeah, no, that must be tough because you're a fuckhead.
That's rude.
Nah, you're not a fuckhead.
Brown.
Nah, she has. Well, you're a bit
Yeah.
annoying, are you?
Yeah, I can be a bit annoying.
Nah, come on, you're a good guy.
Yeah.
She's hit the jackpot with you.
Yeah. And she should be happy with that because you're like...
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lila.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. And gotta say one thing that I think would be awesome one day is if there's Lila versus Tate, but I doubt that will happen anytime soon. Maybe, but don't know. Be really, really cool to see because I think everyone would want to see Lily beat the fucking shit out of her.
Yes,
And I'd love that.
That would be great.
I might get turned on a bit, but that's a little weird. Yeah, because we had that one thing in the Battlefield Brawl where I just said to her, just lariat me. Just do it. Just do it. And she turned around and lariated me, boom, pop with like everyone just lost it.
Yeah.
It was so cool. It's always fun to see Lily get in the ring and just kill someone. Hopefully soon enough she'll be confident enough to actually take a bump.
Yeah.
She's always
well, maybe she's just got to get in the ring and do a bit of training.
Yeah, I think she's just a little scared.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't.
as long as she knows it doesn't hurt.
Lily, seriously, listen to me. It doesn't hurt if you know how to do it. It's fun. Like,
She'll probably
especially with the ring that we got. Like, it's,
yeah, you know, thank you, lucky stars. It's that ring.
Yeah. Yes, I can understand you can be scared at sometimes when you're doing a bump, but if you're not doing like crazy shit where you're falling on the top of your head or your neck and stuff, you're just doing like solid basic things, then that's fine. Like hell, I did basic things a lot. I don't like doing like taking like Germans and stuff and landing like high on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
Like, the one time I did take a German, I almost like landed like right in the back of my skull or something. It was like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, and lastly, Ryan Tate.
Me. That guy, alright.
Honestly, I've loved my run through backyard wrestling. There's only a lot more I can accomplish. I really would love to win any title I haven't won yet, which would be cool. Like helping an Australian champion would be cool. Just actually represent the country, but with GBYWN as well. That'd be awesome. It's just so like gratifying to me the fact that I even got into backyard wrestling because I never thought I'd be in the position I am in now and I'm doing the whole ref thing, and so I've got my foot in the door with pro wrestling. I can probably go into that eventually, and yeah, I think I can go far if I really set my eyes on it, which I already am. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm looking forward to everything I'm doing. I'm happy I'm in the booking committee. I get to create stories and stuff and bounce ideas off of you, Monty, and Blade. And yeah, couldn't have asked for a better group of people to have met. WZWA and ICWS, you're my brothers. And yeah, love all you guys. And it's awesome that we almost 4 years of doing WZWA and like ICWS still going strong. It's good to see this in Yarding.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Ryan, for
no worries. Yeah.
for the interview.
Yeah.
We finally got there. In the end,
Yeah.
we've got to get to part 2 and 3 of this interview here on the GBYWN Australia podcast. So any parting words? I mean, what you just said was pretty much parting words.
It's so nice. So nice.
So nice.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
so nice.
It's also nice.
So
That's just me. I'm a nice guy. Like,
You
out of
are.
kayfabe.
You are a nice guy.
completely
and-
completely different when I'm actually in character. I'll
Yes.
fucking kill you. Fucking murder you.
Yes, exactly. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you again, Ryan.
No worries.
What you've done over the last few years has been phenomenal. Everyone respects the shit out of you.
Oh, and one more thing. Hopefully, I will be getting a little documentary coming
Oh, that's right.
YouTube's way.
What's it called?
Seeing Red, Unearthed and Uncensored.
Oh, so I've seen a bit of that documentary. It's
Yeah.
going to be awesome. I should have asked you about it, but you got the plug in right at the end there.
Cheap plug, cheap plug.
Cheap plug.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Ryan. And I think we all agree in WCWA that you're one of the best. And any time you're out there and you're doing your thing, it's must-see entertainment, as it's always been with Big Red. Since day one, that match with Nick James, so entertaining. Everyone was going crazy. It was only how long?
Like 45 seconds.
45 seconds long, but it was great. Moving up towards these days, you know, your recent matches, just phenomenal in comparison. And the first match itself was still quite good. So thank you again, Ryan. And this is Aston Crude alongside Ryan Tate. Thank you for listening once again here on the GBYWN Australia podcast. And hopefully within the next week, I'll have the opportunity to to talk to the likes of Mykonos, get first part of that interview done, also possibly part 2 of my interview with Blade Shaw. Also hoping to get on Brian Lowe, Jack Wallace, and Alex Stone. So we've got a whole bunch of people lined up. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Ryan. And we will see you all next time on the GBYWN Australia podcast. I'm Aston Crude. Thank you for listening.
Toodaloo.